Hello everyone, Michael Babcock here, also known as the Disney Dude. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for the latest Walt Disney World news. Alright, first out of the gate, Disney has shared test footage for the new suspended Monsters, Inc. door coaster that's coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios. So you can look up that test footage. So what it is it's going to start like a regular coaster, and then the platform is going to raise you up, and then you're going to shoot out into the door vault. And also in the test footage, it looks like the seats turn. We don't know. I assume, at least I hope that it's not a like a turning coaster like Guardians of the Galaxy is. One of the reasons why I don't like that ride is because it's a spinning coaster. So I don't care for that, but I hope that it's not like that, and that it's just going to turn you once and then lift you up and then shoot you out into the door coaster. I am really excited about this door coaster. I think, and as like I said before, before I knew that Muppet Vision was going to close, because I assumed that it was going to, that Monsters Inc. was going to replace the launch bay area. So I was initially excited about the land. Now the land itself I'm still excited for, but I don't understand why they have to close Muppet Vision for it, because even in the concept art, it's going to be, the land's going to be further back. I would assume past where where you can even go. Because when you come out of Muppet Vision and you look to your right, there's a great big gate there that you can't, that was part of the Streets of America section, and you can't go, that you can't enter that. So I assume that that's where this Monsters Inc. Mini land is gonna go. So I don't understand why they would need to get rid of Muppets for that, because it's going to be built further back. They're getting rid of the Muppets so they can replace that theater with a Monsters Inc. show, which I don't even know if you even really need. But anyway, that's not the point of this, okay? That's just me ranting. But this is going to be Disney's first ever suspended roller coaster, which I've never done a suspended roller coaster before. So that's gonna be gonna be interesting. So that's as long as I can sit comfortably in the vehicle, I'm fine. The reason why I can't do Tron is because I can't lean over. My back, I have a bad back, so I can't lean over on the light. I mean, I could, but I'd be in pain. Okay, so I can't lean over on the light cycle. Okay, so that's why I've never done Tron. But I would assume that Monsters Inc. is just going to be like a little. It looks like a little seat that you're in, and then the platform raises you up, and then you're connected to the rail, and then it shoots you out into the door vault. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for that Monsters Inc. door coaster. Okay. All right. Our next story is Disney has now shared a the vehicle type for the new Cars attraction coming to the Magic Kingdom. So what we don't know the name yet, and we may not for quite a while. But so we're getting two Cars attractions. Okay, one is kind of like a spinner type of a ride. I think kind of in the same vein as, Mater's Junkyard Jamboree over at California Adventure, or the Happy Ride with Baymax over in Tokyo Disneyland, something along those lines. So that's the first ride. The second ride is going to be kind of like an off-road type of ride. So we it's just a rumor at this point, but we think that they're going to take the kind of like the off-road type of vehicle, like what they do in Dinosaur, and combine that with the Test Track ride vehicle. So you would get kind of like that bumpy kind of fast movement. We don't know that. We would assume it's going to be like that. So, but that's on the internet if you want to look that up as well. So I'm excited. Again, I'm excited for that too. I know a lot. On Friday's show, I ranted about the riverboat and everything, but I'm excited for this Cars themed land. I'm really excited about that. All right, the next story is so over at Disney's Hollywood Studios and at Disneyland, both versions of Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is going to get an update. So much like what Star Tours had done, like getting the Mandalorian and getting Ahsoka, and those updates to that attraction. We're getting new updates to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is really not a lot of people's favorite ride. So I would like this. I'd like this update. This update would bring much needed overhaul to this attraction, because there's only one mission you can do in Millennium Falcon, so it's not very repeatable. So it's not really a great ride in that respect. So I think that this update would bring a much needed refresh to this attraction. But you'll have to let me know how you feel. I'm excited for this. I'm really excited for this update. All right, our next story is Voyage of the Little Mermaid poster has now been removed at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So, if you've ever faced the building and seen not only the marquee, but there's also a poster up on the building that advertises Voyage of the Little Mermaid. That's been up ever since 2020. They've taken the sign down and had it refreshed a couple times. But now that the show is changing names, they've taken that down, which I'm surprised that was still up after all this time. So I'm happy that this sign's getting refreshed. And it's exposed to the Florida elements 365 days a year. So these posters need to be replaced and touched up from now and again, because they get weathered and worn out really fast, especially with us coming up on our rainy season. So but I'm happy that's getting taken down and it's going to be replaced, we would assume, with the new sign that would say something like the Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure, because that's what the show's called. So we would assume that's what it would say on the billboard, but we don't even know what it's going to say on the marquee. So, if anything, so we're just going to have to wait and see. All right, our next story is the Disney Adventure Cavalcade at the Magic Kingdom has now returned to 2 daily performances. So they do this during the busy times of the year. So summertime and the winter time is when they add 2 performances of the Adventure Friends Cavalcade and the for right now, the Magic Kingdom Festival of Fantasy Parade. So the Festival of Fantasy Parade takes place at 12 and 3 o'clock. And the Adventure Friends Cavalcade takes place, they have 2 shows now, one at 5:10 and then one at 6:20. So they usually do this just so you have something else to do at the Magic Kingdom. So I'm glad that they, and I really like this cavalcade because it's really the only one left after all the other ones, because all the other ones have gone away. So, which really strikes me as odd. Because they sent out guest surveys and they asked everyone how they liked the cavalcades, and everybody loved them. And then now all of a sudden they've taken them all away, and it's like, well, okay, if you had very positive guest feedback, why did you take them away? Okay, just it would seem to me that you would keep them around for forever, which what I would have liked. Okay, I really like those cavalcades, because I'm not a character meet and greet type of person. Okay, so I really loved those cavalcades where you got to see Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy and Woody and Buzz and Sully and the toy soldiers and Scrooge McDuck and Launchpad McQuack and Anna and Elsa and all the others at the other parks. So I really like those. I really loved those cavalcades. And they got such positive feedback that Disney kept them around. And now all of a sudden they've decided to get rid of them all except this Magic Kingdom one. So that really strikes me as odd, as, okay, why would you get rid of these cavalcades if you had such positive guest feedback? But, whatever. I mean, at least the Magic Kingdom one, at least, hopefully, it'll be around for quite a while. But it's just kind of odd to me that, it just, you had such great positive feedback with these cavalcades, and then after a while, kind of since, COVID kind of, that kind of died off and people were coming back to the theme parks, you're like, we don't need those anymore. Despite positive guest feedback, we don't need those anymore. So I don't know what's up with that, but only Disney knows that. I don't know that. All right. Our next story is additional roofing, if I could read my handwriting, additional roof paneling has now been added to Woody's Lunchbox at Toy Story Land. This is another one of those stories that is just insanity. It is just insanity. when they built this land, of course it was under Bob Chapek, so he cut everything. You know, we don't need extra building here, we don't need extra building there, and, you know, take this out and blah, blah, blah. So now they're paying for it. They are definitely paying for it. So they've now had to add additional shade structures and everything to Toy Story Land, because it's pretty much everything in that land is open air, which is very unbearable in the summertime. The rest of the time is okay. I mean, the rest of the time is fine, okay? Especially right now because it's nice weather. But come June, July, August, it is not comfortable at all. It is not comfortable, and it's very, very unbearable. Okay? And I don't even like Toy Story Land anyway, but, you know, the only thing I really like about it is Slinky Dog Dash. Okay? And even that's a stretch, because, you know, most of the problem I have with Slinky Dog is the sight lines. So, but that's, you know, I've already done that rant and everything, so you can go watch that video. But Toy Story Land, I don't even like anyway. That's just, it's like, seriously, we had to lose the tram tour for this? So, those of you that don't know, so the tram tour used to occupy the space that's now taken by Toy Story Land. Okay, so the tram tour would take you around the different sound stages and everything at the Disney MGM studios. Okay, so all of that land that's Toy Story Land was used for the tram tour. Okay, and the tram tour also went behind the Lights, Motors, Action Stunt Show, which is now the home of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Okay? But just a little, you know, just a little backstory on that. But again, this is insanity. This is just insanity that it's taken this long to get, you know, more shade added to Toy Story Land, because that land really needs it. Really needs it. So I'm glad that they're actually paying attention to this. Alright, and my last story is, my last day to experience It's Tough to Be a Bug is going to be on Wednesday. So Disney has done a smart thing and decided to make the last day of It's Tough to Be a Bug on March 15th, I believe it is. March 14th or 15th. So it's right during spring break. So they were very smart and realized that, you know, we know the parks are going to be crowded, so people can say goodbye to It's Tough to Be a Bug. Unfortunately, pass holders like myself that, you know, are on the cheap end of the stick, you know, we're blocked out during spring breaks. So that week we're blocked out. So I have to go early and say goodbye to It's Tough to Be a Bug. So I'll be going on Wednesday to experience the last day. Probably won't be there for the last show, but I will definitely be there and experience the attraction one more time. So if anybody out there is a Florida local and wants to meet up at the attraction, please comment, you know, let me know on this video. I'd love to meet you guys. You know, I'd love, I'd love for us to go in and say goodbye to this attraction, which I know a lot of people don't like, but I really like. So, especially with what's replacing it. Okay? So, but I will be there on Wednesday to experience my last day of It's Tough to Be a Bug. So again, if you would like to join me, please comment on this video. Let me know, you know, let me know if you're coming, and we can all meet up at the attraction at, whatever certain time. I usually leave Animal Kingdom usually by 6. I think Animal Kingdom is probably going to be open till 8, but I don't stay that late. So I usually leave by 6 or 7. So, but if anyone's interested, just let me know in the comments, and we can meet up, and we'll close down the attraction together. So, but there you are. There are my stories for this episode. Again, if you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel for more content. I know that I didn't have a lot of rants today, so you actually get a somewhat positive episode. But maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll have some more rants for you. So, again, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel for more content. I thank you guys very much for watching this video. You guys have a great rest of your night. Keep each other safe and healthy. And remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.